any itch that requires fire and steel to scratch, I'm gonna have some concerns.
Concerns me, and my mother.
Today's drabble is brought to you by the words threshold, dictate, scratch, and wail. And now, another drabble by your favourite magical library in human skin. My eyes pierce the forested gap between this clifftop vantage point and the metropolis below. Bartolomeo. My white whale. Take out the patrols, I dictate. Invasion parties, await my signal. 3 wards lie in ruins, the city scarred by General Carlo's aborted advance last month. I sank a blade into Carlo's liver, last diplomatic mission. The enemy of my enemy is no friend of mine. To exploit his fruitless handiwork is a pleasure. At last, my boots brush victory's threshold. 30 long years, Bartolomeo has defied me. No longer. I will scratch this defiant itch with fire and steel. Charge! Hello, hello. In their current timeline, as far as I'm aware, I am still Moonfeather Blue, fantasy writer and magical library in human skin. Whoa, where am I? I express nothing but supreme yet solemn thanks for witnessing these 100 words that precede the likely sacking of the fictional metropolis of Bartolomeo. Is it likely? If this city is Commander POV's white whale, he's probably not expecting it to be easy. Unless there's deeper schemes and exploiting an enemy's failures at play that cannot be delved into within the constraints of 100 words. 100 words. That's not a lot of words, David. Yeah, I can't see any way I can morph that. That's just where my head went. Yes, my head went to 8 is a lot of legs, David.
8 is a lot of legs, David.
Yep. What exactly are his plans for this city that has resisted his destruction attempts for 30 years? If the city's lasted so long in the face of that much animosity, there will be some serious defenses. So what'll there be? Let's dip into some high fantasy warfare here. Oh, goodness me, it's been a long time since I've done that. My main high fantasy's been on the back burner for so long, and even that's more of a questy, intriguey, guerrilla warfare-y type thing, as opposed to all-out city invasions. Okay, fortifications. There'll be walls, there'll be barracks, maybe a moat, and there will be a serious army to contend with. Massive, well-trained, possibly brainwashed. Is the city more likely to be brainwashed, or is it Commander POV's forces? Yeah, who knows? There would be expert. Hey, Bird. There would be expert tacticians behind this imposing physical might. Perhaps even Commander POV's arch nemesis.
Well, we've always been each other's greatest nemesis. Nemesis. What's the plural on that?
Nemesis.
Whatever.
Because I doubt his arch nemesis was General Carlo. General Carlo was way too easily dispatched. No obsessed military commander can respect an enemy who is too simple to remove from an equation, however personally gratifying that removal may be. Arch nemesis or not, what is the history between Commander POV and General Carlo? Because a blade to the liver feels pretty dang personal. That's definitely not a it's nothing personal kill. It's a this is everything personal kill. Sorry, there's a lot to play with here. So what began Commander POV's obsession with Bartolomeo? His all-consuming itch, as it were, to raze it. That's raze, R-A-Z-E. That's something that annoys me a little bit, the raze it to the ground. thing. To raze something is to completely destroy it, to level it to the ground. So to raze something to the ground, there's some serious tautology going on here. It's absolutely unnecessary. I do love Lord of the Rings so very much, but the line from Gandalf there, "He will raze Minas Tirith to the ground."
He will raise Minas Tirith to the ground.
It just sort of reinforces bad language habits. And Blue does not like using bad language.
Manners.
Please play with this scenario if you so desire. What brought Commander POV to this point? And what comes to pass following his decree to charge? Does Bartolomeo fall? Does the savage military rivalry end with Commander POV's head skewered on the city walls? Oh, nasty! Sorry, there's some icky imagery there. Icky alert. Icky alert. I did say we were going full on high fantasy warfare. So, thoughts? In the comments, if you please.
If you please. If you please.
Oh look, we've changed backgrounds again. Does this help hold your attention? Or if you see in your minds an alternative story to be created with the same words that inspired this drabble, being threshold, dictate, scratch, and wail, Blue longs to see it in her mind also. Make it happen, if you please, again in the comments, just down there. Fill them. That was a bit weird. Look at Blue, she got distracted and forgot to request that if you liked this drabble, please present unto it a like. That is all.
That's all.
No, that is not all. So, we have reached the fourth and final of the drabbles from that faithful drabble writing. Fateful. Is it faithful or fateful? No, it's fateful. It's definitely fateful. Blue just had a minor brain slip here. It's definitely fateful.
Let's move on.
That fateful drabble writing stream last year being 2025, assuming people are still watching this after 2026. And you'll notice that this is the only drabble so far with 4 inspiration words. And this occurred for lovely chat-related reasons. For details, please check out the VOD, which I've linked in the description below. There is a fair bit of animosity crammed into these few words, isn't there? Blue did well. Blue did well, didn't she, loading all that animosity in there? Who needs a 5,000-word info dump when you can get a commander just dripping with decades of violent disdain in a sentence or two? That was meant to be light-hearted, by the way. Completely light-hearted. In jest. Blue by no means intends to look down upon all of the wonderfully talented writers who craft incredible worlds and histories that so many fantasy lovers are ravenous to devour. Why not both? Both is good. Both will relocate your house.
4 is good. 4 will relocate your house fairly efficiently.
Why did my head go to Bill Paxton? Blue may have relied on some overused idioms here somewhere. The white whale and the fire and the steel. Can you forgive Blue? Because Blue sure can. Now and then overused idioms should definitely be used. There's a reason they're overused. It's because it's fun.
It'll be fun. You like fun? Fun?
It's fun to use these overused idioms and they make me grin. Plus they suit Commander POV, don't they? He does seem the melodramatic type. You know, he's obsessed over this city for 30 years. He's destroyed who knows how many lives in his decades-long vendetta, yet he describes it as an itch. It's almost like he sees himself as a vengeful god. This vengeful god type does seem the sort who'd like to mess around with metaphors, trying to show off and prove he's the smartest one in the room, even if the only one in the room is himself. Are we all thinking the same thing? If Commander POV had just quit being so stubborn and gone to therapy 30 years ago, none of this would have happened. That's what Blue is thinking. The time has come. Consider yourselves as Commander POV and consider Blue as the doomed metropolis of Bartolomeo and bombard her fortifications with feedback. That makes it sound like all of the feedback will be, "It was awful and you should be ashamed of yourself." That is not what Blue means. Load your destructive weaponry with feedback of the constructive nature. Let your trebuchets build rather than destroy.
You're not making any sense at all.
Feedback. Yes, Blue is prepared to receive it and to appreciate you to the moon and back. Back home now. Blue will take this opportunity to skedaddle. Thank you so much again.
Oh, thank you.
Please subscribe for more stories from Blue, and wherever you are in the world, I hope the rest of your day is absolutely lovely, because that is what you deserve. Until next time, bye bye, bye bye. We have reached the fourth and final of the... I punched the microphone.